You may be seated. Welcome, everyone, to our white coat ceremony for the class of 2023. To all the friends and family and loved ones that are here, we're so happy to have you with us. Each of our students today will receive a Humanism and Medicine pin provided as a gift from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, who were the initiators of the first white coat ceremony in 1993. And all the students, you have a card in your pocket, if you haven't lost it yet, that explains what that's all about. I also would like to thank United States Senators Catherine Cortez Masto and Jackie Rosen for providing certificates marking this momentous occasion for our students. These certificates are on display in the reception area for your viewing following the program. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Dean, Tom Schwenk, to the stage.
So, we started the day with pancakes. I trust the rest of the day went well, and the rest of the day was just as satisfying and as enjoyable. We're ending the day with a more solemn event, a commitment, and celebrating this commitment that these students are making to a lifetime of professional service. So welcome to the White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2023. There's tremendous energy and emotion in the room this afternoon. For many, there's a complex mix of anxiety and anticipation, excitement, and readiness to get on with the demands of medical school, and that's just the parents. This is the beginning of a lifetime of challenge, of commitment, of intense engagement, professional service for these students. These students are entering what I consider to be the most demanding, most exhausting, exhilarating, satisfying professional life imaginable. All of you in the audience should be extraordinarily proud. These are some of the most talented, bright, dedicated students you will see. Entry into medical school is extraordinarily competitive and more so every year. Many qualified students cannot be accepted. These students have come through a rigorous and robust admissions process that is designed to find the best of the best. And we define best academically, humanistically, and professionally, so the bar is even higher. The process is rigorous because of what these students will be expected to achieve. You will watch them grow and mature more quickly than at any point in their lives. You will watch them meet challenges unimagined before. They will do things that amaze you and will probably amaze them as well. One of the ways we know that this event is important is that we're honored by several distinguished guests. I would like to introduce them at this time. Please join me at the end of the list to recognize their attendance. From the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, Regent Amy Carvalho, Regent Carol Del Carlo, Regent Kathy McAdoo, and Regent John Moran. The University of Nevada, Reno President, Dr. Mark Johnson, the University of Nevada, Reno Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. Kevin Carman, the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine Alumni Chapter President and alumnus, Dr. Joe Holland, representing United States Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, Carrie Dermick, and representing United States Senator Jackie Rosen, Nate Helton. Please recognize these guests. We are also honored with a huge number of leaders from our many partners throughout the community, from Renown Health, from the VA, from Northern Nevada Medical Center, from the Reno Behavioral Healthcare Hospital, from St. Mary's, from the Community Health Alliance, the Washoe County Medical Society, and many community physicians. These are all extraordinarily important partners in our medical education endeavor, all of whom will contribute in significant ways to the education of these students. So please thank them for attending as well. And finally, I want to recognize several University of Nevada, Reno leaders, vice presidents, and deans who are here, and I'm particularly honored personally that our health sciences deans and others from the university come to enjoy this celebration and to see these students get launched into their careers. So thank you for coming as well. We have just finished celebrating a distinguished 50-year history for the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine. We are proud of that history and of our tradition of success in educating the next generation of physicians, healthcare professionals, and scientists. We all share the solemn responsibility of teaching these future physicians. Everyone here is part of that support system and the educational system that will get them through the next 4 years. As our 50-year anniversary comes to a close, we look to our next phase of growth and success, building what is, in one sense, an entirely new medical school based in Reno in northern Nevada. New partners, new departments, new clinical teaching sites, new leaders, new energy, and new commitments. UNR Med is headed in new directions with new aspirations, just as these students are headed in new directions with aspirations to become physicians. We have the excitement of building and investing for the future, just as these students are investing in their future. We are making choices about which of the many opportunities are best for us, just as these students will make choices about their future careers. And that brings us back to why we are here. Not all schools have a white coat ceremony. Some schools believe that this ceremony gives undue status to physicians or suggests that physicians are more important than other members of the healthcare team. Many, perhaps most physicians do not wear white coats anymore. Some patients are intimidated by white coats. There's actually a known phenomenon called white coat hypertension. The symbol of the white coat does not fully account for all of the many healthcare professionals who will make critical contributions to their professional growth. But we see the white coat as symbolic of the enormous responsibilities that all physicians bear, even if these students will live in scrub suits for the rest of their careers. Being a physician is not just a major. It's not just a job. It's not even just a career. It's a calling, a covenant, a sacred obligation to care for patients with the highest level of professionalism and excellence. There's a fundamental relationship in society between physician and patient. The role of the physician is honored in all societies over time because of the physician's commitment, service, and altruism. Much of my personal research has focused on the power of the physician-patient relationship, especially the energy that comes from a reciprocal relationship that is enduring and powerful, a regenerative relationship in which both patient and physician receive more than they give. That is the point of this ceremony. Students, you are passing a significant milestone in your growth and development. This is the beginning of a complex process of transition from patient to physician. The transition is subtle, it happens gradually, but it is inexorable. Today is the first of several lines you will cross, and you can never truly cross back. From this point forward, you will be viewed differently by friends, relatives, and everyone you meet. You will be allowed, even expected, to know things about patients and do things to patients not allowed to others. You will be expected to have knowledge of a size and complexity unimaginable to you today, but we will prepare you for that. You will be expected to make decisions of enormous consequence, and we will prepare you for that. Patients want you to be as smart and as talented as humanly possible. Even when you have been a medical student for a grand total of, I think, 12 days, you are assumed to suddenly have special knowledge, skills, and healing capabilities. I hate to tell you, but you're actually not any smarter than you were yesterday. But everyone will think you are, and more importantly, they hope you are. But success from here forward is not about how smart you are or how talented you are. There are lots of smart and talented people in lots of important jobs and careers. Your success and the respect you will earn from patients in society comes from your values and from your professionalism. Your success will come from your commitment to patients during good times and bad, how hard you work on behalf of your patients, even when it is inconvenient or fatiguing or interferes with your personal life. Your willingness to learn and grow throughout your career and learn from every single patient till the very last patient you see. Your ability to create powerful reciprocal relationships with patients that improve the quality of life for both of you. Your commitment to diversity, inclusivity, and equity for all patients. how you model the highest levels of ethical behavior, and your ability to communicate with and recognize the importance of every member of the healthcare team. Your reward for meeting this high bar of professional behavior is the opportunity and privilege of doing amazing things. It has been my privilege to be a physician for now 44 years. For all those years, it has been the highest privilege to care for patients, to enter their lives, and to share in their stories. All physicians have stories. Every physician in this audience has stories, and you will have stories that are amazing and meaningful and powerful. And I want to close by telling you just one story of the many that I could tell you that has meaning for me. I'm a member of the Physician Ski Patrol at Deer Valley in Park City, the resort there. And on our assigned days, we are on the mountain to be available to the ski patrol for major emergencies or complications. We are rarely called because the ski patrol is so good. One day last winter, the holiday weekend, Christmas week, I was on a chairlift when my cell phone rang. The head of the ski patrol asked where I was, and when I told him, he said, "Great." That was the first clue that something really bad had happened. They had a patient in full cardiac arrest on a nearby slope and wanted me to meet them at the bottom of the lift that I was on. They had delivered one shock to the patient but had no pulse, no cardiac activity, and no response. The life flight helicopter from the University of Utah had been called and would meet us at the bottom of the lift. It took 35 minutes for all of that to occur, from the time of the arrest until the helicopter arrived, until I skied back down to the bottom of the lift, until the ski patrol could get the patient from a very remote corner of the resort to that location. The patient had no cardiac activity, no sign of brain activity, and no response. After conferring with the life flight's medical control at the university, I called an end to the resuscitation efforts. The likelihood of surviving a cardiac arrest on a remote ski slope is essentially zero. But that's not the point of the story. I walked over to the adult son who had been skiing with his father to give him the tragic news. We took him to the helicopter where we had been working on the patient so he could be with his father alone for a few minutes, and then went to the ski lodge where he met his brother who had not been skiing. They both called their mother, who had not come to the trip, to give her tragic news, and then handed the phone to me. I talked with her at length about what had happened and what we did. I then sat with the family for the next 2 hours, sometimes answering questions, sometimes volunteering information, sometimes just sitting quietly as they processed the tragedy. I gave them my phone number, and in fact, the son called me a couple days later with a few more questions. What we teach our residents and students about encounters like this is that they do not need to feel like they have to do anything specific, but they do have to be present, to be emotionally accessible, to be compassionate, to be human. People process loss in different ways and at different speeds. Being able to adapt to their needs and to provide what they need when they need it, it's not as dramatic as cardiac resuscitation on a ski slope, but probably more powerful. What I learned from this event and so many others during my career is that we should always respect and stand in awe of the power to do good. We should always appreciate the opportunity that comes from that power to help people in ways more intense and more rewarding than anything we could ever imagine. As physicians, we always need to be humble in the face of the trust and the confidence that patients place in us. Your stories will come from delivering babies, helping children grow and thrive, solving perplexing medical mysteries, preventing disease, improving mental health, easing suffering and giving support during the last days of a patient's life, learning complex surgical procedures, developing and using technologies that we cannot even imagine today, and discovering new knowledge that will save lives and alleviate suffering. Every one of those stories is important. In all of these stories, there is a miracle. By becoming a physician, you have the opportunity to contribute to miracles, To prepare for those miracles, you owe it to your future patients to be the best physician you can be, and we will help you get there. I wish for you the excitement of doing amazing things and the satisfaction of making a difference in the lives of your future patients. Welcome to the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Schwenk. I would like to take a moment to thank the alumni chapter for support of our students by providing their white coats today, your very first ones. And I would also like to introduce Dr. Joe Holland. Dr. Holland is a 1976 graduate of the then two-year program at UNR Med, and he went on to be a 1978 graduate at the University of Alabama School of Medicine. He completed an emergency medicine residency at the University of Oklahoma as a lifetime fellow of the American College of Emergency Physicians. He is also the past president of the Nevada chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians. And Dr. Holland has practiced as an emergency physician at both Renown and Northern Nevada Medical Center. He is also the proud father of a UNR Med alumnus. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Holland to the stage.
This is an easy talk for me. Last May, my daughter graduated from the school and had a wonderful experience. So my wife said I can't take up too much time talking about her, but I just wanted to mention it to lead in here. So thank you, Dr. Singer. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you all today. I began medical school right here at UNR Med in August 1974, a mere 45 years ago. So the fact that I'm happily standing here today is evidence of the care that this school has always had for its students. Today, I represent those who came before you and are now alumni, over 2,000 strong. Our alumni span the globe and spectrum of medical care, from major cities across the United States to small towns in Nevada. Our alumni serve in the military, in public health, and in the heights of academia. The connections between all of us remain strong, despite our different graduating classes. And that's because these connections were composed in the same way, from challenges identical to or very similar to those that you, this class, will face during the next 4 years. As each class before you has discovered, the simple act of facing these challenges together creates a powerful bond between each of you as individuals and overall as a group. There are, by design, only 68 of you. Someday you may practice in the same city or even in the same group together. How many students were in your high school class, or your university class? Probably a lot more. The smaller class size and structure at UNR Med have been a consistent strength over the years. So try to work with your peers through these challenges and be a very reliable colleague to each other. It'll serve you well the next 4 years and beyond. As you embark on this wonderful journey, we pledge our support to you, the class of 2023. On behalf of the School of Medicine Alumni Chapter, we are proud to provide you with your first white coats. When you wear your coat, remember the alumni who have gone before you. Wear it with both pride and humility. It tells the world you are a medical student, but it's really much more than that. It represents a lifelong journey of learning that we're all on together. It represents the trust which has been placed in you to learn the art and science of the practice of medicine. In the pocket, you will find a card composed by alumni and passed on from year to year. It reads as follows: "You are now part of a proud tradition, a tradition of excellence, integrity, and compassion. On behalf of the alumni chapter of the University of Nevada School of Medicine, we welcome you with great joy, and we look forward to the day when you'll join us as graduates of this most exceptional school." And now I'd like to ask Dr. Singer back to introduce the class of 2023. Thank you.
Okay, this is why you all came here tonight, right? So, on behalf of the Admissions Executive Committee and Dr. Wilfredo Torres, who is our Assistant Dean for Admissions Diversity and Inclusion, I am pleased to present the class of 2023. The 68 students who are now part of the UNR Med family are, of course, an accomplished group of individuals chosen from almost 1,500 applications and following 335 interviews this year. And I wanted to for you to get to know them a little bit by giving you some interesting facts. So this year we have 62 in-state students who hail from Reno, Sparks, Fernley, Carson City, Minden, Las Vegas, and Henderson. We have 6 students who are from out of state this year who come from Arizona, California, Oregon, and Utah. We have 35 women and 35 men this year, ranging in age from 20 to 35. And we're really continuing a strong UNR Med family tradition. We have a number of incoming students whose parents and siblings are graduates or will soon be graduates of UNR Med from both our MD, residency, and fellowship programs. It was also a very good year to be named Sarah, as we have 4 Sarahs, and that's usually a theme with us. We have different names like that. It was also a very good year to be a twin, apparently, because we have 6 sets of twins in the class. They also represent a variety of college majors from across the country, with hard sciences such as biochemistry, molecular biology, zoology, and neuroscience, to those that majored in medical anthropology, nutrition, business science. And they have traveled or lived in over 50 countries and speak more than 15 languages, which in addition to English and Spanish, include Latin, Swahili, Hindi, Punjabi, Russian, Vietnamese, and many, many more. And most of our students not only had worked really hard at their academics, but they've also worked really hard to support themselves prior to medical school, many with more than one job. Several have worked in education as teachers or tutors of some variety, have supported themselves as research assistants or lab technicians. Several have owned their own business or worked in retail. Many have worked in the food service industry as bartenders, baristas, servers, or even in fast food. Have a few that have worked in government, and many have earned their living working in healthcare of some variety. They also know how to have a lot of fun. And one thing I noted is that we have many students who love to cook. So we could really start our own UNR Med dining hall, or at least a very cool food truck. That would be fun. And I expect to see great turnout at our various potlucks throughout the year. This is also a group of students who are physically active, which is great. But we have a few daredevils in the bunch, a few risk takers. They shared quite a few injuries with me, and I'm a little worried that many of you are going to end up in the ER. But they've also enjoyed archery, lacrosse, Greek dancing, and almost everything in between, and absolutely every outdoor activity you could possibly imagine. And I really hope you get out and enjoy our beautiful region in between classes, perhaps hiking, paddleboarding in Lake Tahoe, skiing come the winter, or even our wonderful community here that we have in Reno. So I hope that gives you a glimpse into the diverse individuals who we have chosen for the class of 2023. They all have wonderful, amazing stories, and it has been fantastic for us to get to know them up to this point. So now's the time for the presentation of our white coats. So I'm going to ask Dean Schwenk and Dr. Baker, who is our Associate Dean of Medical Education, to join the stage for presentation of the coats. And after our students receive the coats, they're going to walk off stage and sign our honor pledge. And Dr. Melissa Piasecki, our Executive Associate Dean, and Aubriana Robles, the class of 2022 class president, will be there for them. Ladies. So if I can have my first row. Jamie Abad. Tayeb Abbas. Taylor Ardis. Rihad Atra. Davison Bienfeld. Sarah Bertram. Kaylee Bingham. Lauren Boney. Caroline Brereton. Sarah Bromley. Cameron Burgess. Joseph Jun-Yu Chung, Jr. Brooke Clemenson. Andrea Dickens. Andrew Dabrowski. Curtis Duncan. Amanda Elliott. Maybob Inakenwa. Ryan Freeman. Brooke Gantman. Sam Jennis. Danielle Green. Robert Gullickson. Peter Haight. Rhett Harmon. Alexander Harper. Joseph Heller. Crystal Herrera. Ariel Hierholzer. Melissa Igalera. Robert Higley. Christian Hara. Aaron Kelly. Majid Khan. Andrew Kim. Erica Kim. Regina Karopova. Caitlin Latimer. Ian Laufrey. Sydney Lawton. Nantu Lee. Gideon Lomiko. Michelle Malwane. Danica Matthew. Otto Maurer. Keanu McMurray. Dylan Meyer. Eric Quinn. Vincent Wynn. Timothy Ogburn. Justine Resnick. Henry Rice. Emma Rowley. Elizabeth Sandoval Gillen. Jessica Schmidt. Sarah Sella. Noah Shafi. Sahejpreet Singh. Sarah Sutton. Hao Toluk. Sean Torres. Sergio Trejo, Jr. Benjamin Wagner. Kendall Warner. Brandon Welcome. Kelty White. Sable Whitmer. Michael Eco. I would now like to invite Dustin Romaine, Vice President of the Class of 2022, to the podium for recitation of the Honor Pledge.
Hello and good evening. On behalf of the Class of 2022, I would like to take this opportunity to address the UNR Med Class of 2023. A white coat has a different meaning to everyone. For some, it signifies a commitment to service and community. For others, it represents the beginning of their medical education. No matter what it means to you, I hope you feel proud that you have earned the honor. I vividly recall sitting in your seats, brimming with feelings of gratitude, pride, and joy as I received my white coat and recited our honor pledge. I hope by the end of this evening, you are able to share some of these emotions that my classmates and I felt during our ceremony. As we celebrate our white coats tonight and recite this pledge, I want to emphasize the importance of our sacred oath. This is not a vow to be recited thoughtlessly, but rather these words that unite us as students, as physicians, and as healthcare professionals. I encourage you to use this pledge and this experience to guide you through the rigors of medical school, but more importantly, to profess your commitment to the healing of your community. So, as you stand there in front of your family, peers, and colleagues, let this honor pledge be a contract and a reminder to not only them, but most importantly, to yourself. Now, if you will, please find the pledge on the back of your program, stand and face the audience with me, and let us recite our honor pledge together. I will strive to maintain the highest standards of responsibility, integrity, and professionalism during my education and throughout my professional career. I will neither receive nor give unauthorized assistance on examinations or assessments, and I will approach my education with honesty and integrity. I will respect and support my classmates, college, and teachers at all times. I will strive to acknowledge my limitations, strive to learn from my mistakes, and work to improve my skills to the benefit of my patients. I will strive to commit myself to a lifetime of learning, teaching, both of the art of science and of medicine. I will strive to attend all my patients with competence and compassion. I will maintain patient confidentiality and be tactful in my words. I will honor the diversity of patients' experiences, cultures, and beliefs. I will recognize the privileges afforded to me as a physician in training, and promise not to abuse them. I will use my knowledge to improve the lives of others and never to harm. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Class of 2023, congratulations to you all and welcome to the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine. You may now be seated. I will now hand off the floor to Dr. Singer for closing remarks.
So I want to take a moment to thank everybody who helps put this amazing event together in this entire week. Thanks to the Orientation Committee for MedFit who put together the last 2 weeks, as well as helped so much during Family Day, and all the PAC mentors who will be with you during these next few years. I would also like to thank the alumni chapter once again for the white coats and for their support of our students, and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation for the pins and for the white coat ceremony that we have today. I also like to thank the class of 2022 for all their hard work. That'll be you guys next year for the next class. And finally, I would like to thank the staff of Advancement and Engagement here at UNR Med, and especially the staff of Admissions and Student Affairs. For many of them, this is their first white coat ceremony and the first time they've seen all of you guys here today, and it means a lot to us to see you all. So sorry. So I would like all the family to please remain seated as the class of 2023 recesses, and they will recess directly to the reception area over here on this side. So everyone, you may stand.